couple years ago, I was coming back to Tampa on another trip. I think I was in Houston. And I was running late for my flight, and I was in a cab. And while I was in the cab, a light went off in my head, and I just remembered that I needed to buy something before I got back to Tampa. So I said to the cab driver, I need to stop at this store before I go to the airport. It's called Erotic Cabaret. Can you take me there? And the cab driver kind of winked at me, and he said, oh yeah, I know where that store is. I can take you there. I said, all right, well, hurry up. I'm going to miss my flight. So we go into the store. I get what I needed. I'm back in the cab. So I'm at the airport. I'm about to enter security. There was a long line. I was sweating bullets thinking I was going to miss my flight. There was only one flight left. And suddenly I see this security guy, and he just looks like a Texas Frankenstein, tall, cowboy boots. And he looks down at me and he says, sweetie, can you not read that sign right there? And I said, which sign are you speaking of? And he said, the one right there that says you can only go through security with 2 bags, and you have 3 bags. And I said, but sir, I'm late. And he said, I don't care, 2 bags. He was right. I had my computer bag, had my luggage, and then I had this 3rd bag from Erotic Cabaret. He said, I don't care what you do. You can go check your stuff, whatever, but you just got to start moving. And I said, fine, sir, I will just take off what was in that bag, put it on the line, and when I get through, I will just put it on and just board the plane. And he said, just do whatever you need to do. He's kind of getting cranky. So anyhow, I put on what I bought at Erotic Cabaret, and man, I was getting looks. Like the men were like, woo, and the women were like, oh my gosh, and the kids were coming up to me asking me for my autograph. Why? Because it was a Halloween costume. They sell great Halloween costumes at Erotic Cabaret. And I had a Halloween party to go to, and I was not about to miss my plane, so I just wore that costume and got on the plane. Now I know that probably most of you, if you've not already kind of labeled me, this woman is kind of really out there, you're thinking she is really crazy now. But I want you to think about what happened, and I want you to think about what you would have done in that situation. Most of you would have maybe missed the flight, right? Or you would have just said, to heck with that costume. But you wouldn't have put the costume on because it would have made you really darn uncomfortable. And great branding and really big ideas, 99% of them, there is a real uncomfortable moment that happens. And if you're going to do great branding, you have got to be okay with that. That was one of the best flights I have ever been on. People were buying me drinks. I was getting all kinds of attention. Now, I'm not going to milk the story or suggest that you need to do these kind of crazy things to make money, but there is a point in this whole process that you are going to be sitting in a conference room at your office or in your back room with your team, and you're going to have some idea, and it's going to get poo-pooed on by your team members, and you need to be brave and courageous and go, look, this is a competitive battlefield. Our competition is amping up their ammunition, and if we are going to win this battle, we have got to be different. I help companies and organizations and even individuals try to stand out. So when you think about your brand, sure, you're thinking about it today, how it's going to help you get customers, but if you look into the future, maybe part of your game plan is selling your business. And if you've got a strong brand, you're going to have some more cash in your pocket. So it's not only about today, but it's about the future. So as you step onto your new journey, who will you be? And what will your personal brand stand for?
Karen Post is spunky, street smart, and spontaneous. She captivates, entertains, and educates audiences around the globe. It's rare to find a sleepyhead in her audience, unless they just popped an Ambien. Her messages on branding, personal power, and entrepreneurship inspire and activate real change. Karen knows reinvention. She helps brands tell their unique story. She shows organizations how to stand out and find their distinction. She empowers individuals to discover and leverage their inner fire. Engage the folks that matter. Karen combats the challenges of change. Whether you're an industry in turmoil, a company in transition, or you're launching a brand new product, Karen will show you how to optimize change. Ignite personal power and brand you. Karen's a champion of personal power. She believes anything is possible with the right attitude and a good plan. Get your brand back. Karen knows what failure feels like too. She's been in the first cart of the roller coaster herself. Her stories speak to courage and resiliency and help her audiences get back on their game and get their brand back on track. When the media needs a trusted leader with business and branding expertise, they call on Karen for her commentary. Karen's been featured in over 300 news outlets, including the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, Forbes, and Fox News. Karen's a published author, too. She's written 2 best-selling books on branding, Brain Tattoos, Creating Unique Brands That Stick to Customers' Minds, and Brand Turnaround, How Brands Gone Bad Return to Glory.
All branding needs to be aligned to your business goals. So if you don't know what your business goals are, you're already in trouble. So get clear and make sure everyone in your organization knows. Are you building a practice that you want to be acquired in a few years? Are you building a practice that you want to pass on to your family members? Are you building a practice that you want to turn into a not-for-profit and just do good things for the community? Are you just bored and do you need something to do? Whatever it is, those business goals need to be on the same page with your branding strategy, and they need to be aligned. So what 3 adjectives describe your practice? And I don't want to hear something like quality, because quality isn't really an adjective that you know what that looks like versus something that's not quality. I want to know whether you're progressive, whether you're lighthearted, whether you're formal, whether you're established. But every brand should have 2 or 3 adjectives that really define their personality. Just like if you were going to introduce a friend to another friend, how you would describe them. And the final piece to the brand essence is the promise. Now, a promise is not about logical features. A promise is about emotional connectivity. A CPA does not promise to do your taxes. They promise to do a good job so that you get to keep more of your money and enjoy your life. A fashion boutique does not sell warmth and shelter in their clothing. They sell self-esteem. They sell feeling good about yourself. Those are brand promises.
Karen's worked with top companies from diverse industries. Whether you're a Fortune 500 organization, a trade association, or an emerging business, Karen will craft an entertaining and enlightening program so your organization can surpass your goals. If you've got an event that needs to light up and an audience that you need to wake up, give Karen a call.